Hello, everyone. I'm glad to welcome you to my channel. Today's video will be dedicated to making a pineapple. This is quite a complex project, so I'll try to make it and show you how I did it. If you liked my video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with friends. Also, I ask you to leave comments. Any criticism is welcome. Let's begin. We will need polymer clay and, of course, tools. Step number 1. At the first stage, we will need 3 colors of clay: yellow, green, and swampy. Swampy color consists of green and brown. You can choose the palette you need. I selected this color by mixing brown pieces into the green clay until I achieved the desired consistency. Step number 2. We need to prepare 3 squares with dimensions of 2 by 2 centimeters and a height of 5 to 6 millimeters. Then we need to trim the corners of the squares, as shown in the video, and fold all the squares together to form a single strip. We press the squares of polymer clay together so that they stick to each other, then flatten and fold them in half evenly. Next comes the process of forming a color gradient. We need to ensure that when rolling out the clay, a smooth transition between all colors is formed, from yellow to green, from green to swampy. To achieve this transition, we need to roll out the clay approximately 15 times, folding it in half each time before rolling. Step number 3. After we see smooth transitions between the colors, we need to roll our polymer clay into a tube with a diameter of 7 millimeters. Then we roll out the tube along its length as shown in the video. The resulting strip needs to be twisted into a roll, starting with the yellow color and ending with the swampy color. We set aside the cylinder we obtained for the time being. Step number 4. In the next stage, we need to prepare 5 colors of polymer clay: brown, yellow, beige, green, and swampy. Then we repeat step number 2, striving for a uniform color palette. Unfortunately, my color palette didn't turn out quite right. Step number 5. We roll out the polymer clay into a tube with a diameter of 7 millimeters, and then roll out the tube along its length to form a strip. Now we need to fold this strip into a zigzag to create a square approximately 2 centimeters in size, maybe slightly larger. We press the square with our fingers to get the shape shown in the video. We start squeezing the square with our fingers from both sides, gradually forming a cylinder and ensuring that the brown color connects with the green. Then, on the table surface, we shape the cylinder with the palm of our hand to be the same diameter and height as our first cylinder. Step number 6. Perhaps this is the most difficult step. At this stage, we need to correctly make cuts on the first and second cylinders. Watch the video to see how to cut them. And before cutting, cool the cylinders in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes. I didn't do this, so my design didn't turn out right. We join the 2 cylinders together and roll them with the palms of our hands on the work surface until they reach the diameter you need for making the pineapple. That is, you should roughly know what diameter your scales will be. Mine turned out to be approximately 5 millimeters. Step number 7. Let's prepare the base onto which we will attach our scales. The base can be made from polymer clay scraps. We shape it into an oval and start attaching the scales diagonally from bottom to top, maintaining the symmetry of the pattern on the inner part of the scale to ensure the pattern is as uniform as possible. Here's what I ended up with. Bake the clay according to your instructions. For me, it's 120 degrees for 30 minutes. Step number 8. We shape the top part of the pineapple by choosing two colors, green and swampy, that we have left. We fold them in the same way to create a color palette, and after forming the color palette, we shape the leaves on top of the fruit. Don't forget about the ring if you're making the pineapple as jewelry. Personally, I did it this way. Watch the video. Then we shape the leaves. This is the beauty I ended up with.